The lost chapter of One Punch Man that changed everything. What if I told you that One Punch Man, the manga famous for its perfect balance of absurd humor, breathtaking action, and emotional storytelling, once had an entire chapter rewritten, erased, and replaced with a version so different that it completely changed the fate of its characters and the future of the story itself? This lost chapter wasn't some small side story. It was the emotional core of the entire Monster Association arc, the most dramatic moment in the manga's history, and it was deleted from existence. To understand why this chapter changed everything, we need to go back to one of the greatest battles in modern manga. Saitama versus Garou. It started as a fight between ideals. Garou, the man who hated the hypocrisy of heroes, and Saitama, the man who fought simply for fun. But in the redrawn version of this battle, things escalated far beyond anything fans had ever imagined. Garou wasn't just a villain anymore. He became something divine, something terrifying, a being touched by the mysterious cosmic entity known only as God. In this lost version, Garou achieves his ultimate form, Cosmic Fear Garou. His power becomes so immense that even Saitama, the hero who defeats everything with one punch, is forced to fight seriously for the first time. Their battle shatters mountains, splits clouds, and quite literally breaks the laws of time and space. But then, something unthinkable happens. Garou kills Genos. That single moment changed everything. The loyal cyborg, Saitama's student and friend, was brutally torn apart, his glowing core ripped from his chest, and for the first time, we saw something that Saitama himself didn't even know he was capable of. Rage, pure, uncontrollable fury. That emotion, that spark of humanity, became the trigger for what followed. Because as Saitama and Garou continued to fight, their powers reached a level that tore the fabric of reality itself. The battle expanded beyond Earth's limits. It became a cosmic clash, so intense that it broke causality. Garou, realizing the horror of what he'd done, made one final act of redemption. He taught Saitama his ultimate move, the power to manipulate time. He gave Saitama a chance to go back to fix everything. And so, with Genos' broken core in his hand, Saitama traveled backward through time to the start of the fight. In that moment, everything reset. The future version of Garou, the one who had become a god, was erased. Saitama's fist connected with the present-day Garou, ending the battle in a single, devastating, serious punch. Garou's cosmic powers vanished, the timeline stabilized, and the tragedy was undone. Genos lived again. But there was a catch. Saitama lost his memories of everything that happened. The man who fought across time, who reached godlike levels of power, who felt true rage for the first time, forgot it all. Fans called it poetic, tragic, and deeply ironic. The strongest man alive couldn't even remember his greatest battle. But it also sparked one of the biggest controversies in manga history, because soon after, something even stranger happened. This entire version of the story was erased, redrawn, rewritten again. When the official print version of One Punch Man was updated, the time travel arc, the same one that gave us the death of Genos, the rise of Cosmic Garou, and Saitama's memory loss, was deleted. The story was changed back to a simpler version, closer to the original webcomic by One. The godlike Garou was gone. The cosmic battle was gone. Even the deeper hints about God and the universe's hierarchy were quietly removed. Fans were stunned. Some called it the lost chapter of One Punch Man. A story that existed, shook the fandom, and then disappeared like it never happened. Why did this happen? The truth lies in how One Punch Man is made. The series began as a webcomic by One known for his minimalist art but incredible storytelling. When illustrator Yusuke Murata adapted it into a professional manga, he didn't just redraw the art, he expanded the story. Murata's version often diverged from the webcomic, adding scenes, deepening arcs, and making fights more cinematic. But with the Garou arc, Murata and One went even further. They created something completely new, a version that felt almost like an alternate universe. In this redrawn lost version, Garou wasn't just a villain. He became a tragic antihero. The man who once wanted to destroy heroes became the one who taught Saitama how to save the world. It gave Garou redemption, something the original webcomic never truly offered. But in the later rewrite, the second redraw in 2024, all of this was removed. The story returned to its simpler form. The cosmic angle, the emotional intensity, and the time travel arc all gone. This back and forth between versions created chaos among fans. What was canon? What was real? Was the time travel arc official, or just a draft? Even the continuity between webcomic and manga became a blur. To make things more confusing, the second redraw didn't just affect the Garou fight, it changed everything that came after it. The following ninja arc was rewritten. Flashy Flash's backstory was simplified. Subplots about Blast experimenting with monster cells were erased. The tone shifted again, returning to a more humorous, slice-of-life version of One Punch Man. To some, this was a return to the roots of the series, a story about absurdity, irony, and the emptiness of power. But to others, it felt like losing something magical. That cosmic scale, the depth, the tragedy, all the things that made One Punch Man feel like more than just a parody were gone. The lost chapter represented the moment when One Punch Man transcended its own concept. It wasn't about defeating enemies with one punch, it was about meaning, about consequences. For once, Saitama wasn't bored. For once, he cared, and that's exactly why fans still talk about it years later. It was the moment the story felt truly human. But why would Murata and One choose to erase it? The answer might lie in creative philosophy. The beauty of One Punch Man has always been its unpredictability. It can be deep, hilarious, and heartbreaking all in one scene. One himself has said he enjoys experimenting and revising. Murata, on the other hand, is known for his perfectionism. He constantly updates pages, redraws panels, and refines his art. Together, their collaboration is alive, always changing, never static. What we read today might not be what we see tomorrow. That's part of what makes One Punch Man so unique and so frustrating. Still, for those who read the lost chapter before it vanished, it remains one of the most powerful pieces of manga storytelling ever created. The death of Genos, the rage of Saitama, the redemption of Garou, the sacrifice that rewrote time, these are moments that defined what One Punch Man could be, not just a comedy about an unbeatable hero, but a cosmic tragedy about what it means to be human in a world where nothing can challenge you. In the end, the lost chapter of One Punch Man didn't just change the story, it changed how fans see Saitama himself. He's no longer just a joke character. He's a man who once felt real loss, even if he can't remember it. And maybe that's the saddest part of all, because Saitama, the man who forgot his greatest battle, now lives on, smiling, clueless, and alone at the top. So the next time you see Saitama yawn after punching a monster, remember this. Once, he fought across time. Once, he lost his best friend. Once, he touched godlike power, and then lost it all. And that's why the lost chapter of One Punch Man truly changed everything.